time for another episode of the Bible in an atheist point of view. I am reading the fucking Bible cover by cover, one chapter at a time and one chapter per video, for the simple reason that it's fucking hysterical, funny, laughable, yada. Whatever. And today I'm at the Salt Lake City Labor. Look, Stairway to Heaven. Or something. Anyways, let's start that bumper music. And we're keeping it funky, because you all love the funk. It's 3 o'clock. Alright, enough of the time. Let's read. Where we left off is Neutered, homie. Chapter 28. Let's read. Verse 1, And if you faithfully obey the voice of the Lord your God, being careful to do all his commandments that I command you today, the Lord your God will set you high above all the nations of the earth. Set you high? Don't you wish you'd just pray and get stoned? Wishful thinking. Verse 2, And all these blessings shall come upon you and overtake you. Overtake you. If you obey the voice of the Lord your God. The voice. That's your fucking head, dude. 4 out of 5 voices agree that one of them might be God. Verse 3, Blessed shall you be in the city, and blessed shall you be in the field. How do they know it was in the city? It's true now! I'm a believer! Verse 4, Blessed shall be the fruit of your womb, and the fruit of your ground, and the fruit of your cattle, the increase of your herds, and the young of your flock. What the flock? Verse 5, Blessed shall be your basket and your kneading bowl. Well, the shit, the bless. Blessed your cock and balls, for Yahweh likes cock and balls, as long as it's nipped, but not too much. Verse 5, Blessed shall be, I read that. Verse 6, Blessed shall you be when you come in, and blessed shall you be when you go out. Blessed when you take a shit. Verse 7, The Lord will cause your enemies who rise against you to be defeated before you. They shall come out against you 1 way and flee before you 7 ways. 7? They shall come out against you 1 way and flee 7 ways. But their sexual preference is 2 ways. And 3 if you count the goats. Verse 8, The Lord will command the blessing on you in your barns. Barns? When you're sodomizing your goats. And in all that you undertake. And he will bless you in the land the Lord your God is giving you. Verse 9, The Lord will establish you as a people holy to himself, if he has sworn to you. Fuck you, sworn to you. If you keep the commandments of the Lord your God and walk in his ways. Got to walk this way. Talk this way. Verse 10, And all the people of the earth shall see that you are called by the name of the Lord, and they shall be afraid of you. Verse 11, And the Lord will make you about in prosperity in the fruit of your womb. What if I don't have a womb? The fruit of your nuts. Fruits and nuts. And in the fruit of your livestock, and in the fruit of your ground, within the land that the Lord swore to your fathers will give you. Verse 12, The Lord will open to you his good treasury, the heavens, to give the rain to your land in its season, and to bless all your work of your hands. Because you're going to need your hands, right? And you shall not lend to many nations, but you shall not borrow. And you shall lend to many nations, but you shall not borrow. Contradiction. Verse 13, And the Lord will make you the head and not the tail. No God could flip a coin. And you shall only go up and not down, if you obey the commandments of the Lord your God, which I commanded you today, being careful to do them. Verse 14, and you do not turn aside from any of the words that I command you today, to the right hand or to the left, or to go after other gods to serve them. I love how he admits there's other gods, you know. I'm not the only fake one out there. There's other ones just as fake as me. Verse 14, if you do not turn aside from any of the words that I command you today, to the right hand or to the left, or to go out to serve them. I just read that. Verse 15, Verse 15, but if you will not obey the voice of the Lord your God, or be careful to all of his commandments and his statutes that I command you today, you are probably not schizophrenic. Then all these curses shall come upon you and overtake you. Of course they will. Heaven or hell, take your pick. Burn forever, kiss God's ass forever. That's your choices. Cursed shall be your basket and your kneading bowl. Cursed shall you be in the city, and cursed shall you be in the field. Curses. Yahweh again. Cursed shall you be when you come in, and cursed shall you be when you go out. Cursed shall be the fruit of your womb. No problems there. And the fruit of your ground, and the increase of your herds, and the young of your flock. Verse 20, the Lord will send on you curses, confusion, and frustration. Well, there's definitely confusion. And frustration in all that you undertake and do. Oh, you mean like talk to God? Until you are destroyed and perish quickly on the account of the evil of your deeds, because you have forsaken me. Verse 21. The Lord will make the pestilence stick. He's got super glue. To you, until he has consumed you off the land that you are entering to take possession of it. Verse 22, the Lord will strike you with his wasting disease, and with fever, inflammation, and fiery heat. And the drought, with blight, and with mildew. They shall pursue you until you perish. Verse 23, and the heavens over your head shall be bronze, and the earth under you shall be iron. I've got to make it hard to plant shit, don't it? Verse 24, the Lord will make the rain your land powder. What? From heaven dust shall come down on you until you are destroyed. Kill, murder, genocide. It's the way of Yahweh. Verse 25, the Lord will cause you to be defeated before your enemies. You shall go out one way against them and flee 7 ways before. Doesn't make any fucking sense. You shall go out one way against them, one way, and flee 7 ways before them. Why not 6? Why not 9? Why not 69? And you shall be a horror to all the kingdoms of the earth. You are the boogeyman. You get to be Jason Voorhees. Verse 26, and your dead body shall be food for all the birds of the air, for the beasts of the earth. And there shall be no one to frighten them away. Well, that sucks. Verse 27, the Lord will strike you with boils of Egypt, and with tumors and scabs and itch. Don't forget the herpes, of which you cannot be healed. There is no medication. It's probably because they're praying to be healed. Verse 28, the Lord will strike you with madness and blindness and confusion of mind. That's a given. Verse 29, and you shall grope at noonday. Grope? Wait. As the blind grope in the darkness. And you shall not prosper in your ways. And you shall be only oppressed and robbed continually, and there shall be no one to help you. What a loving God. Verse 30, you shall betroth a wife. Betroth. But another man shall ravish her. Ravish. You shall build a house, but you shall not dwell in it. Why? What's the point? Don't put too much effort in that house, then. You shall plant a vineyard, but you should not enjoy its fruit. Of course. Verse 31, your ox shall be slaughtered before your eyes. But you shall not eat any of it. Your donkey will be seized before your face, but shall not be restored to you. Your sheep shall be given to your enemies, and they will be sodomized repeatedly, and not by you. But there should be no one to help you. Verse 32, your sons and your daughters shall be given another people, while your eyes look on and fail with longing for them all day long, but you shall be helpless. Oh, it's blasphemy. It's making me thirsty. Go ahead. Don't mind me. Alright, where did I leave off? Verse 32. Here we are. Verse 32, your sons and your daughters shall be given to other people while your eyes look on, and fail with longing for them all day long. But you shall be helpless. Of course. Such a loving God. Verse 13, a nation that you have not known shall eat up the fruit of your ground and all your labors, and you shall be oppressed and crushed continually. We don't care if you're dead. We're crushing him some more. Verse 34. So that you are driven mad by the sights of your eyes see. What? So that you're driven mad by the sights that your eyes see. Okay. Verse 35. The Lord will strike you on the knees and on the legs with grievous blows of which you cannot be healed, from the sole of your foot to the crown of your head. Yahweh, you're one masochist motherfucker. Verse 36, the Lord will bring you and your kingdom whom you set over to you, to a nation that neither you nor your fathers have done. And there you shall serve other gods of wood and stone. There's a god of wood and stone? I'm sure there's a god of stoners. And ye shall become a horror, a proverb, and a byword. Byword? Among all the peoples where the Lord will lead you away. Verse 38, you shall carry much seed into the field, and shall gather in little, for the locust shall consume it. Goddamn grasshoppers. Grasshopper. Verse 39, you shall plant vineyards and dress them. Like what? Dress your vineyards like whores, but you shall neither drink of the wine nor gather the grapes, for the worm shall eat them, and the worms went into his brain. Verse 40, you shall have olive trees throughout all of your territory, but you shall not anoint yourself with the oil, for your olives shall drop off. Verse 41, you shall father sons and daughters, and they shall not be yours, for they shall go into captivity. Verse 42, the cricket shall possess all your trees and fruit of your ground. The cricket. Locusts, grasshoppers, crickets. Verse 43, what, no cockroaches? Verse 43, the sojourner who is among you shall rise higher and higher above you, and you shall come down lower and lower. Limbo! How low can you go? How low can you go? Verse 44, he shall lend you, and you shall not lend to him. It's a one-way thing. I can borrow to you, but you can't borrow to me. He shall be the head, and you shall be the tail. I did not realize they had quarters back then. Verse 45, all these curses shall come upon you, and pursue you, and overtake you, till you are destroyed. because you did not obey the voice of the Lord your God. No, not that voice. That's just the crazy part of you. That's the right one. There. 4 out of 5 voices in my head agree that one of them might be God. To keep his commandments and his statutes that he commanded you. Verse 46, they shall be a sign and wonder against you and your offspring forever. Verse 47, because you did not serve the Lord your God with joyfulness and gladness of heart, because of the abundance of all things. Joyfulness. They want you to fake it. You know, like an orgasm. Just fake it. Verse 48, therefore you shall serve your enemies, whom the Lord will send against you, in hunger and thirst and nakedness and lacking everything. They have no cock and balls. They have no genitalia. They're eunuchs. And he will put a yoke of iron on your neck until he has destroyed you. A yoke of iron. Verse 49, the Lord will bring a nation against you from far away, and from the end of the earth, swooping down like the eagle, a nation whose language you do not understand. I'm having a hard time understanding the Bible to death. But goddamn it, it's funny. Verse 50, a hard-faced nation who shall not respect the old, or show mercy to the young. Verse 51, no mercy to the young. Fuck you, Yahweh, you piece of shit. Verse 51, it shall eat the offspring of your cattle and the fruit of your ground until you are destroyed. It also shall not leave you grain, wine, or oil, the increase of your herds, or the young of your flock, until they have caused you to perish. Masochist motherfucker, I'm telling you. Ugh. Verse 52, they shall besiege you in all your towns until you're high. And fortify with walls in which you trusted. Come down and throughout your land, and they shall besiege you in all your towns throughout all your land, which the Lord your God has given you. Verse 53, and you shall eat the fruit of your womb. No, I won't. That's just sick and wrong. I'm not eating no placenta. I don't have a womb. And the flesh of your sons and your daughters, whom the Lord your God has given you, in the siege and in the distress, with which your enemies shall distress you. I think we got the wrong enemy here. 54. The land who is the most tender and refined among you will be grudge food to his brother, to the wife he embraced, and to the last of the children whom he has left. What? What the fuck did I just read? The man is most tender and refined among you who begrudge food to his brother, to the wife he embraced, and to the last of the children whom he has left. Verse 55. So that he will not give to any of them any of the flesh of his children who he is eating. What? Cannibalism! Because he has nothing else left in the siege and in the distress with which your enemy shall distress you in all your towns. Verse 56, the most tender and the refined woman among you. Most tender. Tender vittles. Who would not venture to set the sole of her foot on the ground because she is so delicate and tender, will begrudge to the husband she embraces, to her son and to her daughter. Verse 57, her afterbirth that comes out from between her feet, the placenta, and her children whom she bears, because lacking everything, she will eat them secretly. Oh, God. What, does she live in a candy house too? In the siege and in the distress with which your enemy shall distress in your towns. Verse 58, if you are not careful to do all the words of this law and are written in this book, that you may fear this glorious and awesome name, the Lord your God. Oh, what a fucking joke. Awesome. That would not be the word I'd use to describe the Lord your God. Verse 59, then the Lord will bring on you and your offspring extraordinary afflictions. Extraordinary. Every STD that was ever made. afflictions severe and lasting, and sickness grievous and lasting, you masochist sick fuck. Verse 60, and he will bring upon you again all the diseases of Egypt, of which you were afraid, and they shall cling to you. Cling to you. Didn't have toilet paper back then. Use your hand. Verse 61, every sickness also and every affliction that is not recorded in the book of this law, the Lord will bring upon you until you are destroyed. Verse 62, whereas you were as numerous as the stars of heaven, you shall be left in number, because you did not obey the voice of the Lord your God. Verse 63, and as the Lord took delight in doing you good and multiplying you, I didn't realize it was all his semen. So the Lord will take delight in bringing ruin upon you and destroying you, and you shall be plucked off the land, just like a feather, that you are entering to take possession of it. Verse 64, and the Lord will scatter you among all peoples from one end of the earth to the other, and there shall serve other gods of wood and stone. The gods of wood and stone. The gods of boners and stoners. Will neither you nor your father have known. Verse 65, and among these nations you shall find no respite, and there shall be resting place for the sole of your foot. But the Lord will give you there a trembling heart, and failing eyes, and a languishing soul. Languishing? My, such big words they used back then. Verse 66, your life shall hang in doubt before you. Night and day you shall be dread and have no assurance of your life. No assurance? No insurance? No life insurance? Verse 67, in the morning you shall say, goddamn my ever heart. If it were evening, and at evening you shall say, if it were morning, fuck afternoon, we'll just go straight to the wake up, go sleep. Because of the dread in your heart shall feel, and the sight of your eyes shall see. And the Lord will bring you back in ships to Egypt, a journey that I promised that you should never make again, and therefore you shall offer yourselves for sale to your for sale? And male and female slaves, but there will be no buyer. Fuck the Bible, seriously. Fuck it. Fuck it. Once again, this has been Chihuahua, and this has been the Bible and an atheist point of view.